the Bihar election, where in 2 days' time, in fact, less than 2 days, less than 48 hours, counting will begin here on CNN News 18. Will start nice and early at 6 a.m. Counting for Bihar, which is one of the most exciting North Indian states. Most exit polls are indicating a clean sweep, a clean victory for the NDA. The Mahagathbandhan is falling behind as per the projections of almost all the pollsters, in fact, all the pollsters. And Prashant Kishore's party didn't seem to have any impact. Certainly, it didn't have any impact as far as number of seats is concerned. The latest pollster, one of India's most credible, Axis My India, has predicted 130 seats for the NDA. So it's a range of 121 to 141. So if you take the median, it's around 130. Also for the Mahagathbandhan, the median figure is 110. It's between 98 and 118. So the median figure is 110. So 130, 110. That's what Axis My India's prediction is in terms of seats. Keeping, in fact, its Mahila voter base intact, the NDA is projected to secure 45% vote share among women, 40% preferring the Mahagathbandhan. So there's a 5% gap as far as women are concerned, 5% more favoring the NDA. And that was expected because of the 10,000 rupees that Nitish has promised and given, some of the other women-friendly schemes that his government has undertaken. The NDA is also forecast to win, like I said, between 121 to 141 seats, but at a vote share of 43%. Whereas the Mahagathbandhan is expected to get a 41% vote share. So there's a difference of 2%. In a state like Bihar, where it's hyper-competitive, elections have always been hyper-competitive, a 2% vote share is phenomenal. It makes a world of a difference. If you look at the 2020 election, for example, there was less than 0.5% that separated both the fronts, and that itself led to 125 for NDA and 115 for the Gathbandhan. This time, it's a 2% vote share difference, and that would mean that there could be a much wider gap. Axis My India's numbers are 130 to the NDA and 110 to the Mahagathbandhan. Let me go across to Mr. Pradeep Gupta, who is Chairman and Managing Director of Axis My India. Mr. Gupta, thank you very much for joining us. I want to first focus on the headline, which is 43% vote share for NDA, 41% for Gathbandhan, but seat share, it's 130 to NDA and 110 to Mahagathbandhan. Can you explain to our viewers how you arrived at that vote share to seat share? How does it crack as 130 to 110 when the vote share difference is 2%?
See, Zaka, thank you for having me here. At Axis My India, we go to each and every assembly constituency. So our methodology is little different than other pollster, I believe. And we do not have the dilemma of converting vote share into seat share. In fact, the way the poll happened, the real election happened, the way we do the polling on each and every seat. And in the process, we saw about 40 to 50 seats coming in a very close margin, 1%, 2% gap.
Okay.
And this, if you half this 40 seats, which become about 20 seats, and this is precisely the range in the IT side. If all these seats turns in this side or that side, this will going to play this way or that way, So this is what, if you see the 130, as you mentioned, the odd number, which is the mid point of our range. So about 10 seats this side and 10 seats that side makes the range of 121 to 141 seats precisely for the NDA. So as the case with the...
No, but Mr. Gupta, your numbers and your survey is clear that NDA will form the government. There is no chance where the Gathbandhan is in a position to form a government.
5% chance on account of this massive voter turnout.
Okay.
From 57 to 67, if we see the last assembly election and the Lok Sabha election, which recently concluded 1 year back, it's 10 points incremental in voter turnout. I'm sure 6% points coming out of this vote purification process, SIR. But this incremental 4% point, that is where is something which is to be seen very closely. And these 4% large numbers because of the Chhat Puja. This time, this is in 15 years, this is the first time the election is happening post-Diwali. Earlier, it has been always concluded between Dussehra and Diwali. But this is the first time in 15 years which is happening post-Diwali, meaning Chhat Puja. and the large number of people have come to their native to celebrate Chhat Puja. And this time, these major political parties at the local level, the assembly constituency level, has made sure
Okay.
that they've been there, they've been taken good care of that, the hospitality to paying the fare also to and fro. So this incremental, and if you see the other demography, apart from women you spoke about, the other demography is the age group.
Yeah.
So in Bihar, in the age group of 18 to 39 years, that contributes 50% of electors.
Okay.
50% of electors among that group. And if you further decode this and see this about 18 to 29 years age group, Mahagathbandhan is having massive lead in comparison to NDA, whereas this contributes 24% of the total vote, the 18 to 29. But
Okay.
if you see the midpoint, which is the 30 to 39, which contributes 26% contribution, there NDA has 1 point lead. NDA has 1 point lead, and then after 40 plus group, NDA has the decisive lead. So this is something I would say 5% chance, 5% chance of my range for NDA getting into the lower range, which is 121, near about that.
Okay. But
But 95% chances are there it will be on the mid
higher
or the
side.
higher